All right, so in theory, we know how we might go about recommending restaurants to our diet-conscious exercisers. Steve, how could I go about building a machine learning model for that recommender in Azure Machine Learning?
So Azure Machine Learning has really nice facilities for building recommenders. Let me show you an example here on my screen. So I have some different data here. So first off, I have some ratings. Let me just show you what that looks like. So we have users, their IDs. We have a place ID, that's the ID of the restaurant. And we have the ratings that those users gave to our restaurants. And you can see a little histogram there. So most restaurants got kind of a positive rating, but a fair number got like a 0 rating. They weren't too keen on those. So we also have some specific data on our customers. Quite a bit, actually. So we have, of course, their user ID, but we have various things like what sort of drinks they like and their dress preference, et cetera, et cetera. So quite a few properties of our users. And then we have restaurant features. So we have things like the place ID, of course, which is how we join the rating to the restaurant. We have its location and various things. We have its name, we have its address, etc. So what do they serve alcohol? Do they have a smoking area? Things like that that you might want to know about these restaurants. So we feed those three things, which is the ratings, the customer data, and the restaurant features into this Matchbox recommender algorithm. And we're going to use the top 10 traits for our recommendation. And then we score that model. So we train the model, we score that model, and our scoring basically applies recommendations. So we're going to get 3 recommendations maximum for every one of our users of restaurants they might like to try. That's why we say maximum number of items to recommend to a user is 3 there. And then we've got this apply SQL transform down here where we're going to essentially join the restaurant name to the recommendation so that our users get an output that actually is human readable. They won't know what the place IDs are, but they will know the names of these restaurants, presumably. So let me run this model for you and we can see what happens. All right. So we're just going to cut to the chase here and look at the output from this apply SQL transform module. And we can see for each user, we have the names of several the top 3 restaurants our recommender thinks they'll like. So that's a quick tour of how we can put together and create meaningful output even for our users using the recommender features in Azure Machine Learning.